Yeah, it's looking doubtful that I'll probably do that video if you've been looking forward to that. I was thinking maybe we could just do a live stream. Or maybe I'll do a live stream at home and read the actual quotes. Maybe that's what we'll do. Turned out to be another day that got away from me. Um, a very good day. Excuse me. A very good day. Got to meet with some people in the ward, another family that we really like, and had some lunch with them and went to a couple places. Um, there we go. We got a few people starting to come on. Look at it just a little bit more. The Stylist Corner is here. Hello. I was not lying when I said I'm going to get to the email. I'm sorry. This last week or two has been really busy. So busy that I haven't been able to do a video yesterday today. I can kind of just barely squeak out these live streams. So I hope you understand. Betty Horn, hey. Andrea Packard. I got myself a new notebook to take notes slash spiritual or record spiritual impressions. Awesome. That's good. It's going to be a good one. I promise you. Even if there's no big things, it's still going to be really good. Oh, Joni's here. Hi, Betty and everyone else. Yeah, I'm going to, the way that I've been doing it with my notes is, well, I put it on a spreadsheet, which is nice because I can just quickly type and, I can type quicker than I can write. I'm sure it's that way with most people, unless you have a shorthand system down. Betty Horn says hi to Joni. Um, so if you didn't catch my other live stream, I just mentioned the fact that it really seems like we're in a time where blessings and privileges and miracles are ripe for the picking. So, with that in mind, looking at this general conference, it'd probably be a good idea to think about things that you want answered. Have maybe a list of questions, and then, like they recommend that you do for any conference. Think about the things in your life right now that you need guidance on. Pray, and then just take notes. Listen for that message that'll be there. It'll be there for you. The Stylist Corner says, hi, Joni. It's Andrea at Turning Hearts. Oh, yeah, these are the two. You guys, if you didn't know, Joyous Genealogist and Turning Hearts. They're the two that, sorry, I got something in my eye. They're the two that are doing the genealogy channels. So make sure to check them out. I wonder if it's possible there'd be any sort of change when it comes to family history, some new thing. I kind of doubt it, but there always could be something that's announced that has to do with family history. Andrea Packard says, I think the whole Trump thing will manifest where more evil is to be taken down as part of the wonderful things to come. Yeah, whatever happens, I can't help but to think that it has to do with just how the world, all these things are speeding up, how there's a hastening of signs, and I don't know, just the world becoming more corrupt and falling apart, and chaos on the rise. It's crazy. Joni says, hi, Andrea. I hope you're doing good. So these are the four girls, and they're all just saying hi to each other.
I'll turn in. Hi.
Oh, here's another one.
Hi.
That one showed up. Where'd she come from? Matthew Greenidge. Good night from Barbados. Whoa, Barbados. We'll be watching conference tomorrow from our church on flat screen 55-inch TV. Cool. Are you visiting Barbados, or do you live there? Matthew. He says on a flat screen, so maybe he's like at a hotel or something. Oh man. I feel like we've had so many blessings since the last conference.
Yeah.
Some very special things that have happened. And I don't know if that's going to continue after this, or like if it was kind of just during this period of time between the two conferences. I'm still just like waiting to see what these greatest manifestations of power, the Savior's power that the world has ever seen. I'm excited to see what that's going to be and when it's going to happen. You know, I mean, because like if the second coming doesn't happen, and when I say the second coming, I mean when he comes. Oh, everyone's saying hi to you, honey.
Oh, hi. Thanks.
If it doesn't happen until 2033 or some time like that, 2028, pick a year that's years down the road, then when exactly are those things going to manifest? The greatest uh, power the world has ever seen. Um, and why would President Nelson say it so early? You know what I mean? I feel like say that it had reference to the city of Enoch coming down, uh, and Christ isn't going to come until the year 2033. Well, we got like 10 years to wait, and would President Nelson say it so soon? Why not just like save that kind of thing for, you know, later on as we're getting closer? That's just what makes me think that we really are close. I really think we are. I don't think that he would be saying these things uh, otherwise. Let's see. Strengthen your foundation. Hi from Brigham City, Utah. Matthew Greenidge. Live in Barbados. Branch president. Awesome. Oh, welcome. I got another country watching. Like another new country, I mean. That's so cool. You're the first Barbadian? I don't know. You're the first Barbadian that I'm aware of that's watched this channel. So that's cool. Joni says, hi, Jenica, doing bookkeeping for taxes. Ugh.
Oh, gosh.
But I'm watching Harry Potter while doing so. I love Harry Potter. Laugh out loud. Oh, I'm glad that I'm done with our taxes. Jordan Birch, hello from Kearns, Utah. I'm so excited for conference, and I have been praying for revelation to flow into my life. It has been a difficult few weeks for me, but I have hope in the future. Yes, have hope. And just pick out those things that are for you over the next couple days. And maybe there will be something really good for all of us during this conference. Nancy D, finishing my advanced genealogy certificate. Ooh. Already did my first certificate and finishing my genetic genealogy class. Wow, that's awesome. Sherry Johnson, hi. Latter-day Help, hello. Nancy D, HP Dork here, too, by the way. Joni says, our country is in so much trouble that I feel if Christ doesn't come soon, things are going to hit the fan big time. Yeah. Yeah. I think that with both, like, with our country, with Israel, with the world, and most recently looking at new music videos and the top hits of 2023. Oh my gosh. Someone said it perfectly. Like I was trying to like word it just like the amount of disgust that I felt seeing some of those artists. And it's like what they do nowadays is they celebrate ugliness. Just hideous ugliness. Anything that's ugly, they put lipstick on it and sparkles and God, oh, someone needs to save us soon. Cloud 2033. Nope, I can't wait that long. And you're right. Time would not be running out if things were still far away. And then Cloud's from Alberta, Canada. Yeah, I mean, I haven't said it for a while. It's been a long time. I used to like bring this up all the time. But April 2019, President Nelson said, point blank period, time is running out. Time is running out. He said specifically for people that have distanced themselves from the church or have never really uh, gained their own testimony of Christ and his restored church. Please do it, and do it now. April 2019, because time is running out. Well, exactly how much time do we have? You know, it's been 4 years now. And I have a hard time thinking that he was saying more than 10 years. You know?
The guy in the car next to us came out with a fire sweater on.
Oh, really? One thing that me and Jenica have been seeing a lot of is like just like different fire imagery signs of, like, you know, maybe a fire truck or like a truck with like flames on the hood or whatever. It's been kind of crazy. And sometimes literal fires. Okay. Latter-day Help, can't wait for conference. Hope we have someone speak about preparing and defending ourselves against the increasing efforts of the adversary. This world is crazy. Latter-day Help.
I know.
Okay, nice people next to us. Hold on for a second. I'm gonna drive to another parking spot so I can get like a internet or a copyright strike. Just a second.
I guess I could talk even though I have nothing to say. Anyway, hi. Sorry, I really don't like being on the spot. Okay. Sorry. Boring me. Here you go.
Could you guys hear that music? Obnoxious people playing loud music next to us. Okay, where were we at? Latter-day Help feels like we are in the Twilight Zone. Yeah, I agree. I feel like we're in that time, just like the Book of Mormon describes, we've talked about it before on the channel, where there's so many signs that people begin to become less and less astonished with each sign. You know, I feel like we're in that stage where, just like Elder Holland said last year, I can't remember, he said it when he was in the UK, that sometimes we're so close to history that we don't even realize that it's happening. And I think that we're in that time for sure. Betty Horn, Latter-day Help. I thought it said Latter-day Hello and Help. That's funny. Rebecca, howdy from North Carolina. Love your channel and content. Always interesting and a lot to think about. Thank you, Jesus. And then praying hands. Thank you, Rebecca. That was really nice of you to say. Glad that you enjoyed the channel. Sherry Johnson, my son is moving to live with us here in South Carolina. He feels a need for a new start. I pray this will lead him back to the covenant path. It very well could. I feel like a lot of things are happening with families right now. Phil and Molly awaits. Hi, guys. Nancy D. Funniest thing I heard a few weeks ago. If Christ doesn't come soon, he owes Sodom and Gomorrah an apology. Yeah. Latter-day Help. To be honest, don't know how long we can wait until Christ returns. How much longer must the righteous suffer? It's shocking and saddening the things that are happening in this world. I can't agree more. Goblin, hello. Joni, who's next to you? Just some annoying people that were inconsiderate. Sorry, I don't mean to sound harsh, but it's like I'm very conscious with whenever I'm like playing music. I don't want it to like disturb other people, you know? Like I had to move so I can like concentrate on talking to you and so that it wouldn't like trigger a copyright strike or something during the live stream. Jan, I don't think he could say it early because it didn't have... Okay, wait. I don't think he could say it early because if it didn't happen soon, people would get hostile to us. like happened in the Book of Mormon, when he said the date that Christ would return. Yeah. Goblin, you should check out the Piano Guys YouTube channel and their music. Well, that's the thing. That's really cool. I got a lot of like recommendations to listen to, um, kind of like orchestra, piano, but that I don't like that kind of music. I like it sometimes, but it's not something that I could just like listen to. I like regular music, but can we just please have it not be about bad things? Can we please not have it be about drugs and sex and adultery and whatever? Just all this nastiness. Money. Just just regular music, please. Please. But thanks for the recommendation. Jordan Birch, this channel has really helped me be excited about the second coming and to see it as a joyous time and not a time to fear. I love watching your videos. Thank you for the time and effort you put in. Thanks, Jordan. And I'm glad that it's had that effect on you. You know, could things get worse? Yes. Will they probably get worse? Yes. But just all I really hear from church leaders is to have faith and hope and that the future is bright, even for this country. Like President Oak said, I think it was last conference, a lot of people are worried about the direction that America's taking, and rightly so. But here we have a member of the first presidency saying that we should look with hope. I can't remember how he worded it, but like look to this nation's future with hope, something to that effect. Um, yeah. So anyway, yeah. I'm gonna focus on the positive, not being naive, you know, being prepared, but it's gonna work out for those that are righteous. So just try and be righteous and be in that category. Andrea Packard, or we've been completely surveilled for just the right spot. Teresa Lane, hello from Virginia. Joni says, Jordan Birch, I'm with you on that. I'm more excited to learn what we can look forward to. No writing. Whether you say anything or not, the other people will still get hostile because wicked people always hate those trying to be righteous. Yeah, that's true. David Ward, just a thought I was having earlier today. Does anyone ever feel like there are some specific things you're supposed to accomplish here on earth? Something special? Yes, I do. I'm sure a lot of other people do, especially because of their patriarchal blessings. And yeah, I totally do. I'm not trying to brag, but I think for me, part of what I'm supposed to do is to do this YouTube channel because I think I've seen a lot of good things come of it. It's very possible that this Book of Mormon sharing challenge is one of the more important things that I've done in my life, and I'm sure that every single one of us has something to do, whether it's something like this or just simply being in another person's life and affecting them in a way that nobody else could. Um, Taking a certain job, you know, just there's so many different things. I'm sure that we all have missions to accomplish in this life. Betty Horn, you need William Tell Overture or Night on Ballad Mountain. Maybe. Andrea Packard, I've been listening to Christian stations. They're at least a darned sight better than the regular secular stations. Yeah, I'm sure you're right. It's just I don't need every song to be like referencing the Bible or it's okay to have just like regular music about regular topics, you know. It doesn't always have to be 100% gospel all the time. That's my only thing with Christian music, but it's good. I know it's good. Goblin 2004, the Piano Guys were at President Trump's inauguration when he was elected president. Oh. Nancy D, professor of rock on YouTube, does a comparison of top 70s or 80s charts in today's music. It's just sad. Oh, that sounds interesting because today's music is just garbage. It's just complete and utter just waste. I can't say enough about how much I hate it. Justin Fennis, so excited for General Conference this weekend. I need a spiritual boost. Well, I think it's coming. I do. Goblin 2004, the piano guys are members of the church and play great music. Yeah, I knew that they were members of the church. I knew that about them. Jan, yes, my blessing says there's something I'm supposed to do, something I haven't thought of. Oh, she's referring back to that question. Does anyone feel like they have a special thing to accomplish in this life? Sherlock Holmes, sadly, many people accept these bad stuff as supposed to be. Justin Fennis can have Utah, Jan, but it doesn't say what it is. Well, I'll tell you this: when it comes to accomplishing things in this life, I think one thing that we all share in common is being the transition team, being the generation or generations of the transition between the 6,000 years of celestial mess and the millennium. I think we're all transition people. Joni says, I'm called to gather my family. 2 high fives. Sherry Johnson, I quit listening to country radio station in the 80s because a popular song they played a lot that I really liked the tune, but thought of the words and quit. It was entitled Torn Between Two Lovers. But country is so great, at least most of it is. Some of it not some of it's bad too, but I really like country. Let's see. Andrea Packard, that surveillance comment was regarding one I made previous about the balloons from China getting EMP'd. Oh yeah, I've heard some stuff about that, and man, the whole U.S. China story, it also seems pretty interesting. It feels like China is like a major card that has to be played before the second coming, meaning they've got to be involved in World War III, or they're going to attack the US, or we're going to get into war with them over Taiwan, or I don't know what. But it feels like that's like something in the background that's just like waiting to happen. So I don't know. Just there's so many things to think about. Kiara Gaiman, there's been lots of Mother Nature things happening today. Lots of tornado warnings in Illinois. Just seems like constantly Mother Nature is doing something intense, like she's done and over it. Yeah. Lisa Brault, I listen to classical and do lots of music research/study. You know, there's another type of music that I like. You might laugh, but I like new age music. As long as like there aren't lyrics that are like clearly just like crazy, hippie lyrics, but like I like just like this soft kind of ambient new age music. I find it calming sometimes, some of it. Sorry, is this okay?
Yeah.
Latter-day Help. A recent analysis of IRA Form 990 filings found that in just 1 year, 74 different groups negatively and specifically targeting the church, spent over $78 million in that effort online.
Sorry about the noise.
Huh, that's crazy. I'd maybe be interested to learn more about that. Becoming Disciples of Christ. This is another one of my people that I interviewed, and she started a channel, so make sure to check her out. She's in Iowa. Controversial opinion, but I really like listening to BTS. It's definitely not for people who don't like listening to music in other languages, but their songs are generally very positive and clean. BTS. by the street. I don't know. I don't know who that
I
is.
think I've heard it before. BTS.
Cool.
I've heard that before.
Goblin. One of the songs the piano guys did was called "It's Gonna Be Okay." Debuted at the concert at the USANA Amphitheater in West Jordan. Noah writing, if you're looking for what you are supposed to be doing in this life and haven't found it out yet, you will find it if you're willing to help others. If it's only about yourself, you won't find it. Yeah, that's true. It's a lot like what President Eyring said at the BYU Hawaii devotional recently, where he's like, ask the Lord what you can do, what he would like you to do, what, for the part that he would like you to play, and then he'll show it to you. He's looking for people that are ready to work and do stuff, and of course that has to do with serving others. Jan, I'm mostly worried that I won't accomplish all that I may have promised in the pre-existence or all that is assigned to me. I mean, just do your best. No one's going to come out of this life having perfectly probably fulfilled everything that they were supposed to do. I'm sure all of us mess up and we miss some things. Just do the best that you can. Elemencho goes like this. Ooh. And then question, what crazy cool things will be revealed this conference? Also, what about the temple or the Russia temple? That's a great question. I've been waiting for that Russia temple to be rendered, for a site to be announced. Last I checked, there isn't even a site announced. Yeah, who knows? Who knows? Okay, I'm kind of feeling like I probably won't get to that video tonight. But basically, let me just kind of go over. Sorry, I'm going to be skipping down here. So sorry. Okay. Oh, Rebecca says, yes, BTS, K-pop. Oh, okay. So it's like, okay. So 18, what?
I just say the girls like K-pop.
They do?
At least at one point they did.
I don't know what's going on in my kids' lives. I try. Okay, so 1823. That is the year that the angel Moroni first appeared to the prophet Joseph Smith. So you had, excuse me, you had the first vision in 1820. And so we recently had a 200-year anniversary of that event. But someone had pointed out to me, it was S. Sace, that's their username on YouTube. They pointed out that Mark E. Peterson, and I believe he was a member of the first presidency, pointed out that was like an important anniversary, when they had hit like the 100-year mark. And well, this year we're hitting the 200-year mark. And so the first vision really started it all. But as far as like starting to like put things into action, that really would have started with Moroni visiting Joseph Smith, because that began the process of getting him ready to receive the gold plates. And everyone knows, he was supposed to meet with Angel Moroni on the same day each year for a few years. And then he finally got the plates. And the day that he got the plates on was Rosh Hashanah, the Jewish New Year, also known as the Feast of Trumpets, which is very fitting because the Book of Mormon really is a warning call to the nations and to the Jews. It's said that as soon as the Book of Mormon came about, that the end is near, that we're in the last days, that prophecies are being fulfilled. So, it didn't happen until like September of 2023. So maybe the October General Conference would be more of a 200-year anniversary, like getting closer to that date. Or maybe in some way we're going to see that tomorrow. What I did notice is I went to the phrase tracker, and I went to the scripture citation index. I looked up 1823, and in 2020. That was the most times that anybody talked about 1823, which kind of makes sense because the two events are connected, the first vision as well as the angel Moroni showing up. But I still find it interesting that 2020 was the year that was brought up the most. And I think it was Elder Bednar. He had said it in two of his talks. So I'm still going to have to make a video about it because some of the things that were said I think are kind of interesting. But that's something that you can think about as we're going into this general conference tomorrow. You know, it's interesting that there was a 3-year period of time between the first vision and the visit of the angel Moroni. So a lot of times the Lord works in types and shadows and foreshadowings and patterns. And so is something similar happening here where we have this special general conference in April 2020? And now that we're 3 years later, is there going to be some other
mosquito
inside or outside?
Outside, but it's mosquito season.
Oh gosh, that scared me.
Sorry.
Did you hear that? She said that there's a mosquito, and I was worried that there's one inside the car. Anyway, so will there possibly be some kind of milestone tomorrow? Some new moving into a new phase, you know, with 2020, April 2020 being kind of like the primer, and then 2023 being the starting the engine for the second coming or something like that. I don't know, but that's the thing that I wanted to basically talk about. And if somehow I get time tonight or maybe tomorrow before conference, I'll read some of those quotes because they're interesting. Let's see. I'm going to go back to the chat. And sorry, I'm skipping down.
It's not a mosquito. Don't worry. Sorry.
It wasn't a mosquito?
No.
What was it?
It
looked like a mosquito.
That looks like a mosquito, but I don't see its thing.
Oh, it was just a bug that looks like a mosquito. Okay, so Paul Kramer. Hello from Lafayette, Indiana. Love your YouTubes. I look forward to them every day. Thank you. I try and do as much YouTubes as I possibly can. I love doing it. And I'm not just saying, like, I love doing it. I love interacting with you guys, and I love what I learn as I do it. Green Tree, I shared a talk. Okay, wait. I shared a talk in your comment section about Elder Holland saying the church will not get together in a place to make Zion. He said that's a pattern of the past. Today, Zion is and will be everywhere. The church is. Check that talk. You might want to make a video on that. You're right. I would like to make a video on that. If you don't mind, could you? I'll try and remember that. But if you have time, do you mind emailing that to me, Green Tree? The name of the talk, and that is, yeah, that's great. Jen says thanks to Green Tree. I just read that at your suggestion. Very comforting. And then she says, to debunk people that say we'll have to flee to a specific location. Yeah, there's a lot of people that, based on their own like interpretation of the scriptures, they view like a mass gathering across the entire world, all righteous saints going to Jackson County, and I haven't found anything that substantiates that. In fact, the opposite, if anything, and that's just another one from Elder Holland. The gathering is to the stakes of Zion where you are, and you find protection, mostly spiritual, but sometimes also physical, in the stakes of Zion, and also in your temple covenants. Okay, oh look, Sace is here. That's the one that gave me the idea about the 1823. I served my mission in South Korea. One daughter likes all things Asian, especially the cute boys like BTS. HTEB 1974. What would you think if you found out President Nelson watches your YouTube channel? Well, I'm not going to say who or how, but I have on good authority that one of the apostles at least is aware of the channel. But that's all I'm going to say about that. But if I found that out about President Nelson, geez Louise, what?
I was say, and that finding that out was pretty amazing.
Yeah. So that's all I can say about that. Um, Jan, thank heaven for continuing revelation. Yep. Bob Werner. Okay, now I can see and hear you. We as those that believe, if we keep the commandments, we will do just fine. Yep. That's true. Generally speaking, people can still get hurt, um, suffer some of the judgments, but generally speaking, we will be okay if we're faithful. The Lord's going to preserve the righteous. Latter-day Help. I've always felt Christ will return on like a significant day, like on a Sunday, or maybe the day the church was restored. Can't really imagine him returning on a day that doesn't have any meaning. Well, and just to bring it up again, I think a year that has meaning. And I think that this year has a lot of meaning, both on the Christian calendar as well as the Hebrew calendar. And I just want to remind everybody that there's a Jewish tradition that Messiah will come and perform the final redemption in the year after a Shemitah, the year after a sabbatical year. The last Hebrew year was a sabbatical year. So to the Jews in their minds, last year was the Saturday of years, and this year would be the Sunday of years. And so if the Lord wanted to really impress something or make an impression on the minds of the Jews, I think that he would come in this year because they would recognize him as the Messiah that they're expecting, but it would also emphasize Sunday, in that Sunday is the day that he was resurrected, and just all the implications that go along with that. So the fact that this Sunday is a Palm Sunday and is falling on a conference weekend, and we're not going to see that again until, I think somebody said it was not until 2031. So Palm Sunday, and this is the year after a Shemitah. It's the Sunday of years. And then all the signs in the heavens that we have seen over the last few months. And then on top of that, all these world nations that, or leaders from powerful nations like the UK, China, the Soviet Union, and then also including the Catholic Church, these leaders that are the longest living or longest serving of their kind, all dying within months of each other. It feels like everything is pretty hyper focused right now. I don't know how much more hyper focused things could be. I don't. And then again, look at Israel. They're talking about the worst situation since the Yom Kippur War. So in other words, it hasn't been since the 70s that Israel has feared potential like invasion from outside countries, like realistic, like real fear that they could choose this time to invade, because Israel's fighting with each other. So if you're an enemy of Israel like Iran, this might be a good time to do it. And then the unbelievable, surreal invasion of Ukraine, which I can't believe that that's even real life, that is happening right now. So a lot's going on right now. Oh, you guys, sorry, I probably gotta go. Oh, Bob Warner says electronic music. Yeah, I like that too, some of it. I'm pretty like, I appreciate any good music, and I feel like every genre has good music, but especially, and it needs to be clean and good. Okay, yeah, we got to get home. We got this trampoline right here. We got a good deal on it, so got to go. I guess we're gonna put that in the garage.
Yeah.
And yeah, just chill out for the rest of the night. Okay, you guys, thanks for joining me, and I'm sorry I couldn't get to the video earlier, but I'm sure that Got some Korean going on there. uh, but I'm sure I'll get to that either possibly tonight, but more likely tomorrow morning. Maybe I'll do a live stream before general conference, because I think I think that's what I've done with other general conferences. It's like a pre game show, a pre conference show. So maybe I'll do that. All right, guys. You guys have a good night. If I don't talk to you later.
It's outside. I think it is a mosquito.
Yeah, I think that is a mosquito. And I'll talk to you guys later.